DIYers, what's going on? Mike Borders with the Mike Borders channel. Thank you for watching. We just purchased a stand for our Mercruiser Alpha 1 Gen 1 outdrive lower unit. We're going to assemble it and show you the end result. Let's take a look. And again, it is an outdrive lower unit shop stand. And here is the friendly price after tax. Not bad at all. All right, DIYers, downstairs at the workstation now. And in that little box right there is the stand. Let's go ahead and shift it up onto the bench, open it up, and take a look at it. Well, there's the pieces. And no instructions, unfortunately. Got 16 screws. They all look the same size. And I counted 16 holes. Let me study this for a bit. Again, no instructions. And I'll be right back with you. Well, I went to the website just to see if there were instructions. And unfortunately, there were not. But I got the picture off the website. And I think I figured it out. You've got little indent or cutouts there. And they've got screw holes. And these smaller pieces, they do not have screw holes on either side, but what we will do is screw into the outside of these sideboards that say Borders Best into these two boards. And then these will actually go up top in these little cutouts here. As far as the screw, you'll need a square bit as shown here. And I'll just tighten them in to get them started. To the opposite side, and again, those little cutouts is where these little boards here that do not have the holes in them like those do. Shift them into place and screw in those screws, and you will do that for both sides. So I'm making progress. That was not hard at all. This is extremely friendly wood to screw into, and I'll just align this and do the same thing for the opposite side. 4 screws. So far, so good. And now these will go up on here, and you want to align them properly and secure them. And I'm thinking of positioning these to be centered in between the actual cutout. What I did next was screwed in 2 screws and made sure I went through. So the really sharp pointy tips are through the bottom side. And because this wood is so friendly and soft to drill into, you can actually position the board exactly where you want it in this cutout, whether it's flush with the bottom, flush with the top, or dead center in between the two. And then apply some friendly pressure to the board where the screws are, and you can sink those tips of the screws into the wood and then begin screwing. All right, DIYers, that was not bad at all. It is complete. Again, 16 screws and no instructions, but we figured it out. A little advice, you want to make sure you sink these screws just below the surface of these boards because you do not want to rest your lower unit on here and these screws scratch the paint. That would not be good. However, this is extremely soft wood, so do not go too far into the wood. I want to try to get a close-up here for you. As you can see there, it is just slightly below the surface. Any further, it would begin to damage the surface around the actual screw hole. So again, just be careful. And as you saw, I stayed away from power drills. I just used a Craftsman screwdriver. And again, that was because of how soft the wood was. So that is it. It is built. What we'll do now is go outside and show you another stand that we built for the entire outdrive unit. And we were just a few days from separating the upper case from the lower case and setting the lower case on this stand right here and beginning a full rebuild of the internal parts. Just want to show you a different view of it. I want you guys to see how this goes together. Pretty simple. And again, I split the 2 edges and centered these and screwed these boards in the center of those little cutouts. And one last thing prior to going outside, we just assembled this Craftsman 6-foot workbench and installed that vise. And we will post those links down below in the comment section as well as the description section on how to build this awesome bench. We love it. All right, DIYers, outside of the outdrive engine, this is a Mercruiser Alpha 1 Gen 1. The Gen 2s, the Bravos, they're very similar. We are going to separate the uppercase from the lowercase. What we recommend always before even removing your outdrive engine from your boat, make sure you have a reliable stand for your outdrive engine to alleviate any damages to the engine itself. And the stand shown right in front of us was only about $150 after tax, and I will post a link down below in the comment section as well as description on how to assemble that. Alright DIYers, here it is inside. I have separated the upper unit from the lower unit, and the lower unit is resting safely on that lower stand, and this is going to be perfect. Let me scroll in here. As you can see, it is not hitting the ground. And again, I find it very important to have the right stands for your units to prevent any damage as you work through your projects. And DIYers, that's it. Hopefully this helps. Hey, do us a favor. Below the video, you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely ring your YouTube bell. That would be very helpful to us. We'd really appreciate it. And we've got a lot of work to do to this lower unit. Everything's going to be brand new.